Okay, hello everybody. I'm getting ready to make some clam chowder in some bread bowls. I've already hollowed out the bread bowls. And normally what I would do is I would slice the top lids into chunks and make croutons out of them. But since I've got so much bread from just hollowing them out, I'm actually going to leave the lids. And what I did was I melted some butter with garlic salt and or garlic powder, seasoned salt, and mixed up those bread chunks. See, I cut them into the bread into chunks, coated the bread really good with the butter mixture so that all of this bread has butter on it. Then I'll take it over here, dump it on my pan, and I always use aluminum on my pans all the time because I'm all about easy cleanup. Because when it's done, you just got to throw the aluminum in the trash and you're good to go. So before that, I just always prep this stuff and put it in the oven. I put it in at 450 degrees, get them nice crispy brown, and take them out, and you can top off your clam chowder when that's finished. So we'll put this in the oven and be right back. Hi everybody, I'm back. So the next step after you prep your croutons from the bread bowls, you want to slice up about 8, because I'm doubling the recipe actually, so that's just a lot. You can cut this whole thing into half, but for me, I'm doubling it. There's about 8 slices of bacon in here, chopped up into little pieces, and you want to see them crispy. I know bacon makes a lot of oil by itself, grease or whatever, but still I like to drizzle in just a couple drops of extra virgin olive oil when I add the bacon. I love extra virgin olive oil. Since this is just about ready, the pieces are crispy as you can see over there. I got about 1 whole big onion, but like I said, I'm doubling it, so it's about 1.5 whole onions diced. 4 potatoes, if it was half the order, but I'm doubling it, so it's about 6, 7 big ones here, the potatoes. And I'm a fan of using fresh spices, so I've got some thyme and bay leaves. These will go in later, but if you don't use the because it says for 1 bushel of thyme and 2 bay leaves, so 2 bay leaves you can get, but thyme maybe about a teaspoon if you were using that powdered kind. So since our bacon is ready, we're going to take our onions over and drop that into the bacon. Stir that up. Get the bacon or the onions with just a little translucent, and cook those down until they've sweated and you can smell the aroma. And then that potatoes I showed you, you're going to add the potatoes to this mixture and cook it again for another 5 minutes, and then we'll pick up after I add the potatoes and we'll keep going from there. So I'll be back again. So we're back. To recap what we've done already, we've fried about 8 slices of bacon until it was crispy. Once it was crispy, we added a whole onion sliced, or diced I should say. Then we added about 5, 6 potatoes. Got that all mixed up. It's been cooking for about 15 minutes. And so now that that's finished, you're going to take, I'd say, about 4 tablespoons of flour and just move it around. 2, 3. Yeah, about 4 should do it, just to check. You don't want it to be like glue. Keep it on the pot. There we go. Then, when you get that on there, we're slowly going to add the clam juice. Now remember I said reserve the clam juice, and you're going to slowly add it a little bit at a time to the potatoes. Now, you've got to whisk it a little bit to get it so it's not lumpy, and it'll be kind of tedious with this in there, but trust me, it works out. See, it's already getting a little thick there. That's what you want to see. So add the rest of it. Keep whisking, because you're going to now, when you get that all there, you make sure it's not lumpy. You don't want to see lumps of flour in there, and I don't see any. It's just thick. And that's what you want to see. So once you get it thick like that, Then you want to go ahead. Okay. So once you get that going in there, it's cooking, then go ahead and gradually add in your heavy cream. This is about 2 cups of heavy cream. 2 cups of heavy cream, 2 cups of milk. Start whisking again. Remember, you don't want lumps, so make sure that when you first add the flour with the clam juice that you really get it so you got no lumps. Now it's really starting to come together now, and it's really starting to look like clam chowder. So you can just keep stirring that up. And then now would be the time to toss in 2 bay leaves. I have a chunk, but 2 bay leaves. Fresh is best, but like I said, if you have to use dry bay leaves are fine. And a bundle. Now I would normally pull this stuff off, but a bundle would keep it kind of together, and then you can pick out the stems in a little bit. And I like thyme, but not as much as they say, because it overpowers the flavor, the clam chowder, so I put in about that much, however much. And then you can pull it out later because fresh is overpowering, so just add that in there, and you can pull that out later. That's why I didn't break it down like I normally would. And let this cook down until it starts boiling again. Okay, pause it real quick then. So this is going to be sitting here for a couple of minutes. I'm adding a lot of clams because we like clams. So I have 2 different kinds here, baby whole clams and chopped clams. So go ahead and dump that all in there. Start mixing. Look at that. Does not look good. So you got this going on. Put your heat on medium, and now it will sit and simmer till the potatoes are done. That should be about another 10-15 minutes. And when the potatoes are done, it will be time to eat, and we'll plate our food and be ready to go. So see you later. Okay, so now it has been simmering for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. It probably wouldn't have took that long if I would have cut the potatoes smaller, but I like the potatoes to be bigger, so it all depends on how long it takes your potatoes to cook. And as you can see, it is creamy. It is thick. We've taken out most of the bay leaves and the thyme. So if you're stirring and you see any, just take it out. But this is done, and it smells and looks delicious. So I'm going to serve it up in the bowls, and we'll be back in a sec. Okay, so here we are. I ladled the clam chowder into the bowl. You could put the lid on if you wanted to, like I did with this one here. It is really hot, but I'm just going to set the lid off to the side, because if you remember, the bread that I took out from the center of the bowl, I had put butter in it with garlic and seasoned salt, put them in the oven, so we made our own little croutons, and these alone are delicious. So I would just take a couple of these croutons, put them on the top of the bowl, and let that soak up. Put a couple croutons on this one. And the croutons alone are so good. So, yep, you have enough clam chowder. You got your bowl. All we need is a spoon. Dip that in there, and this is ready to go. So make the recipe and enjoy. Bye.